Welcome everyone to the Geoguessr Reddit League here on YouTube. I am Zatomo and I'm joined as always by Calamity. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. We have an exciting week here for you all in Division 1. It's week 9, which means it's the last week of the regular season. And we have a top of the table matchup between Simi and Magyaron for you. Calamity, both of these players coming off of their best game of the season last week in Sweden up against each other this week on a worldwide map.
They obviously had the advantage of their Sweden seat being very easy, but still, I'm actually surprised that Magyaron hadn't put up a better score on a world map before, but maybe their other world map seats were relatively hard. I can't remember. But yeah, they've both had a couple of wins in their past games, two for Magyaron, three at least for Simi. I can't see further into the past with the form graph here. But yeah, aces, lots of them for both, lots for both of them. Average kilometers pretty good, average points pretty good. Sort of what you'd expect from Division 1 players. The game is actually pretty much irrelevant for Simi. It's still about whether he'll finish first or second, but he's going into the playoffs anyway, and it'll just determine his opponents. For Magyaron, it's still of some importance. He's currently sitting in fourth with 16 points, I think, or no, 15, I think. Either 15 or 16, but depending on how Schludi versus Equinox goes, it might still drop him out of the playoff spots if he loses.
Yeah, so he'll be looking for a win against Simi. Not an easy opponent to pick up those 3 points if he wants to guarantee himself a place in that top 4 playoff championship run. Yeah, so let's take a look at the map they'll be competing on. It is a worldwide map called Worldwide, created by Worldwide Explorer. Average score of about 14,000, has been played a tad over 1,000 times, and has over 10,000 locations. The description pretty much says what you should expect from a map like this: a very diverse mix of urban, rural, landmark, and very scenic natural locations. And it is still being updated on the regular. So definitely it's a map to keep an eye on for your future games at home. Yeah, anything you're looking forward to on a worldwide map between these two, Calamity?
Yeah, it depends a bit on the seed, but generally, obviously, watching very good players on a world map is always fun. Seeing how fast they can figure out where they are. I do remember, I'm pretty sure it was one of the world maps where Simi made a fatal mistake and either put us in Ecuador when we were in Colombia or the other way around, I think. So he'll have to, he'll hope there's no repeat of that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that might have been him that we casted the last time we had a world map.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
did cast him. That's why I remember it so well.
Yeah. 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 Good. Yeah. So hopefully he won't make a similar mistake this week, but he'll be looking to maintain his top spot and get himself as easy as he can opponent in that championship playoff run. Yeah. So let's jump right into it.
Well, we're certainly not in Ecuador here.
Certainly not in Ecuador, somewhere in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Some interesting flags to start off with. I don't think we're in the US or the UK.
You can see there on the bus some of the cities. Mombasa is Nairobi, of course, both very well-known Kenyan cities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's all sorts of flags on that little shop. Probably not what you need to look at because there's too many. But another good clue that you're in either Kenya or Nigeria is lots of Christian signs all over the place. But
lots of colored buses, all sorts of designs for those. Magyaron actually just a couple of seconds ago, he was looking at a sign that told him a certain branch of a bank was somewhere towards the north of him. Those are usually good to get a town name that's close by.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Simi also has a town name or region that he is looking for on the map with some of those.
They're both looking for the same, I think. They've both at least seen the same name, Ikufa. And Simi's found it.
And Simi's found it. Very nice for him. He'll be looking to pinpoint his location. In terms of an African location, this is very nice, being somewhere where there's actually signs and it's not just a dirt road for 100 kilometers either side of you.
Helps with the pinpointing.
Pretty nice.
Yep, there we go. Magyaron's found it as well.
So they'll be spending that last minute or so trying to pinpoint that exact location. Plenty of signs to do it. Be looking at road shape because there's probably no signs and names. So,
yeah, you don't have any road name or street names around these parts, especially not in small towns like this.
Yeah, quite lucky to even find a name for that small town.
And it's so many of them as well. Like there were loads of signs with the town name on it.
Yeah. Could not have asked for a nicer round one.
I mean, you could have asked for a nicer round one. You could have been in front of the Eiffel Tower, for example. But
yeah, Simi will pick up that 5K ace for him. Oop, and I did stop Magyaron's video as well. Sorry for that, but he'll have 8 seconds left to try to guarantee his ace in the first round.
It should be close enough.
He won't.
Not quite. Just that last movement put him just out of range of the 5,000 points.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, 4,999 points. So Simi will be taking a very slim lead, as slim as you can get, into round number 2. Yeah, so pretty much just a little bit of a slip by Magyaron, cost him a point, Calamity.
But yeah, it doesn't really matter too much in regards to how the match as a whole will play out. The thing it does matter for, though, is that the perfect score is now out of the window. That's not happening.
Yeah, and Magyaron trying to stay up in those playoff spots could have definitely used that bonus point for earning a perfect game, but unfortunately he doesn't have to worry about that anymore. So maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah,
not quite sure.
Depends a bit on what kind of player and person you are. If you get nervous when you've got 4 perfect scores and then maybe completely mess up the 5th round.
Yeah. But we appear to be somewhere in Eastern Europe.
Certainly a lot of Cyrillic around.
Yes. But I wouldn't. This isn't Russia, I don't think.
Let's place Atomo guesses where we are.
Oh no!
I mean, this one should help. Simi just saw.
I was looking at Magyaron's, then he opened the maps. I didn't actually see what.
Yeah, Simi saw a bus with Skopje on it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can never 100% trust buses to actually tell you where you are exactly, but in this case, was a nice bus telling you the right location.
Yeah, Magyaron's still looking for something that gives it away as clearly. He'll run right past that bus. See if he goes back and takes a look at it himself.
Yeah, go on. One more step to the left and you see it.
One more step. No, he jumps all the way back to the start.
Right.
Oh, so I don't know. Maybe he hasn't seen it.
Keep your secrets, bus. Yeah, I do remember this location was a real pain to pinpoint for me. I don't know if I'm just generally struggling in pinpointing in cities that have Cyrillic, but I didn't really find anything that helped me in the end. Just put it somewhere in the middle of Skopje.
Yeah, Simi has lots of street names off a few signs, but he's yet to be able to figure out exactly where he is. Magyaron does know we are in
He's seen
Skopje,
top level domain. I'm going to assume he just thinks we're in the capital because, well, it looks like the capital.
Yeah.
But yeah,
seems like these city names are giving Simi a hard time as well.
Yeah, it sort of makes me happy in a sense that I'm not the only one who struggled pinpointing there.
Yeah. Magyaron is going to travel quite a ways west to try to figure out where he might be. Simi, though, focusing on those street signs that he can recognize a name.
With 10 seconds to go, it doesn't look likely.
Yeah. They both appear to know we're somewhere in a dense part of Skopje, but that's about it. And it should have looked familiar for them also, probably from the opening week.
Week, what was it? Week 1, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, week 1 in North Macedonia. Yeah, so unfortunately for Simi, drops 1 point, just a little bit too far out. 5 points down for Magyaron, 4995. Both in the right city, but just, yeah, those road names found proved to be a little bit too tricky for them to find, Calamity.
Yeah, there was also just, I think the interesting thing was it looked like the starting location looked like a place that should be relatively easy to find on the map, but there was just nothing really, like you didn't know the names of any of the places you saw there. So that probably made it a bit harder as well.
Indeed. So we'll get into round number 3. Simi with 9,999 points. You don't see that very often. 5 points behind him is Magyaron, 9,994.
They are both going north.
Yeah, they're both moving the same direction.
Something new for me because I went south, so I don't know what they're going to find. Not the helpful.
A very nice road sign.
Not the helpful sign I found, I suppose.
But a sign nonetheless.
Yeah, 2 small cities, I suppose, somewhere in South America.
Yeah, it's about all I can get from that. South America in the mountains. Probably not Argentina, given most of Argentina tends to put you in the middle of nowhere in the desert.
Yep. But not Brazil, considering the names are Spanish.
Yeah.
Can't see anything useful on that sign other than, again, a repeat of the town names.
Yeah, and Simi is spending quite a bit of time looking at. Magyaron, on the other hand, is continuing his north. But does he know those town names? Or he thinks he does, at least. He is opening the map to Ecuador.
Probably, yeah.
I think I see one, but...
I don't think you do.
Maybe not. I saw first couple letters that look similar, but I'm trying to look at 2 screens at once. It's not always the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, Magyaron just kind of saw that sign, moved on.
And Magyaron's screen has now shifted.
He went out of full screen.
Ah, that's what happened. Okay.
Yeah, Simi's really
50 seconds left.
Really banking on that being in, what is he looking at? Ecuador?
Ecuador, yeah.
Yeah. So about that, what I was saying earlier.
While Magyaron will put all his eggs in the Bolivia basket and seem to find the city. He will now head south with 20 seconds left to see if he'll see the same sign you did.
Let me just keep that sort of thing in mind, like 35 seconds before the end of Magyar, and I want you to, at the end, after they've guessed, rewind to that. Oh, La Paz. Okay, that's La Paz, enough for me.
Yeah.
I was just curious on what he saw that made him instantly zoom into Bolivia, into the right city.
Oh, Simi guessing the wrong country. 1,826 points. Not the round he would be hoping for, but Magyaron does go a little bit south to confirm his suspicion that it's in Bolivia and gets close enough for 4,890 points. That'll open up a huge lead for him going into round number 4. So, yeah, Calamity, basically that sign for La Paz the key thing there.
Can you quickly just rewind to like 35 seconds on the timer or something for Magyaron? Because I
Mhm.
want to see, because it looked very sudden. Just a bit further. Before he starts looking at the map, just yeah, play it from there. Does he see
Yeah,
anything, or was it just, all right, I've seen enough
accumulative.
information, let's just go for it? No,
It looks like,
yeah,
yeah, just
looks
enough.
like confident that
And
we're in
then,
Bolivia, and then just saw it while zooming in, I suppose.
yeah, yeah, just gets a little bit
All right.
lucky that that it's not too far from La Paz. He seemed to be
Mm,
focusing on the capital,
yeah.
and just that city name just popped up
Mm.
for him there. So,
I'm actually curious now. I mean, this is not something we can check, but uh, if they passed any cars while they were traveling around, because you'd be looking at yellow number plates, I think, usually in Ecuador, and
hmm.
obviously not in Bolivia, I think at least. So I'm wondering if Simi would have seen any number plates for any cars that could have convinced him that we're not in Ecuador.
Yeah, yeah. So please let us know in the comments what if you notice any cars on the road. I can't recall any off the top of my head, but it
Yeah.
might have been just a quick glance. Uh, if somebody can watch it more carefully than we did, trying to look at two screens at once. But yeah, so I'm very unfortunate for Simi there, and we get into round number 4. 11,825 points for Simi. He is about 3,000 points down on Magron, now at 14,884. And we should all know where we are with
Mm,
this one.
Peru. No, we're in
Yeah,
Japan.
we're
A
in Japan.
couple of things make that
Pretty,
obvious. Apart from the
yeah.
Japanese language, the low camera on the car,
Mhm.
landscape as well looks very Japanese.
And those corner mirrors are very stereotypical Japanese
Mm,
roads.
they're also
So Simi
both going the same way, but I don't
looks like
think.
a way
Okay,
from information. But
I had some. I imagined that there was a sign there that they should have turned around to look at, but I don't know if that was actually the case, and they
mhm.
both missed it for some reason, or if I was just imagining things.
Yeah, and they're heading out of town, which probably isn't something they want to do. So Simi will head back as
Hmm.
Magyaron, head the other direction, look for something a little bit more helpful.
I mean, both ways are out of town in this scenario.
Yeah, a small mountain town in Japan, not the easiest place to pinpoint.
Mm. You usually kind of want to just look at the road condition in both directions, either that or whether you're heading up or downhill, and then think about which direction you want to go based on that.
Hmm.
But I've sort of lost all overview over which direction Simi's now going in. McGowan's just headed back to the start, so that's more
Yeah,
obvious.
he's sort of northeast now. He's kind of making his way down the hill.
Mm,
Magyaron staying in the little village, trying to find anything he could find. It's like Simi will make it to another group of houses.
mm. I don't know what.
Yeah,
Go on.
yeah, really what you're hoping for is you just hit an intersection with a major road that gives you a couple city names and maybe a road number.
Mm.
Uh,
Usually, what I do as a strategy when I'm on a mountain in Japan is just move as far as possible downhill and hope to find a national highway.
yeah, yeah. Some political signs, but blurred out. I'm not going to give you too much for Simi there.
They probably wouldn't give you that much if they weren't blurred out either, if you can't read Japanese.
Simi's video has stalled. Oh, there we go. He'll guess a little bit early, 3,211 points, just a random guess in the Kansai region, hoping for a miracle. And unfortunately, we were way up north in probably close to Aomori or Iwate Prefecture. 4,324 points for Magyaron. But yeah, not much you could really do with that one, Calamity. Mountain roads in Japan all look the same unless you can find some distinctive marker on them.
Yeah, pretty
So,
much. The only thing you can do is move further. depending on your internet speed, of course, and everything. Other than that, maybe find a phone number somewhere. But yeah,
Yeah, phone numbers.
I don't think either of them found any particularly useful information there.
Yeah, I think Simi just guessed south and Magyaron guessed north and got a little bit lucky.
Mm.
So he'll extend his lead going into the final round. A pretty secure, maybe win for him already with 1 round to go, given that he's unlikely to drop too many points. Watch him prove me wrong. But in just 1 round towards the end.
Mm.
Here we go. And we return to Africa. So
Yep.
round the world experience.
This round took me a total of 50 seconds before I made my guess, and I think I got 4997 or something. You'll probably understand why soon.
If they turn around to see that the capital of Lesotho,
not the capital, but
major city of Lesotho.
There you go.
Macedonia is the capital.
Mm.
And the town is small enough on a world map. Just being in town is going to give you a good shot at 5K.
Yeah. It's a bit outside of town, yeah. More along the lines of where Simi's guessing.
Yeah, really interesting seed for Division 1 here. 2 countries we've played before in the Reddit League appearing again in the world map.
So you should definitely look out for next season when we're going to be playing Japan and Kenya, apparently.
Oh.
That was a joke, by the way.
What to say? I'm really looking forward to having Japan in the league next season.
No, we don't know the schedule yet. But apparently this seed has prophetic qualities. So we'll see. I've already forgotten what the 5th location in the seed was. Bolivia. Yeah, we haven't played that yet either.
Simi right now hedging his bets towards the north end of town. Magyaron was south, but then he moved up to the north as well. While I had my eye off his screen. Pinpointing in Lesotho is always a fun challenge for any Geoguessr player.
Yeah, but when you're on a main road like that, it's usually not too hard.
Yeah, I guess I do have the advantage of being on the main road.
Simi's guessed.
Simi will guess early and get 5,000 points with an ace for him. Let's see if Magyaron feels confident in himself to guess with about a little under a minute left. Looks like he will try to use every bit of that time. Rightly so. He is too far north. But he will guess and lose a few points eventually. I believe last week... Oh, there we go. And then I click on the wrong button. Geoguessr was doing some updating, so some of the players did report some interesting technical glitches in their matches, but everybody seemed to come out.
We'll see some of them.
Yeah. 4,998 points for him. Not an ace, but close enough to maintain his win over Simi. Yeah, pretty much a very rough round where Simi just guessed the wrong country, Calamity.
Yeah.
As we take a look at these final scores.
Just tunnel visioned into Ecuador. And, yep, ended up going relatively badly for him. But yeah, as we've said before, for him, the match didn't really matter anymore. And he would have lost anyway with his guess in Japan. So probably can't be too mad at that.
Yeah, Simi finishing with 20,036 points. Magyaron putting up a very good score, 24,206. So he'll be happy with himself. And pretty much with that, guarantees himself a spot in the playoffs. Have to be quite the upsets to drop him out, I think, on maybe score differential is his only real chance.
I think he's safe with a win because...
Oh, is he safe?
Because Equinox and Schlude are playing against each other. So only one can finish ahead of Magyaron with a win from himself. So he's fine now.
Yeah, so he'll be happy with that performance. And the Division 1 is going into a 2-week bye week, a rest week, as they get ready for the relegation and championship playoffs. So we'll definitely see these two again in a couple of weeks as they fight for the overall Division 1 championship title. Yeah. So, yeah, we don't quite know who they'll be playing yet. We have to wait for a few more of those matches to finish out. But check out the Reddit League show, and you can definitely see who they'll be playing in those championships in a couple weeks. So we'll see you all then. Take care.
Bye.